Trevor, thank you for your time. An absolute honour having you join us. We are setting up your away game against the Gujarat Titans. And I need to start by asking you, is it shaping up to be a must-win for your team so early in this tournament?
Look, we're trying to win every single game. Obviously, we haven't got off to the start we would have liked, but there's a long way to go in this competition. I think there's a lot of teams evenly matched. So, yes, we obviously would like to win the next one, but as I said, a long way to go. And look, we're confident. We've been playing some decent cricket, but we haven't really played at 100% just yet.
Okay, I'll just follow up on that, because how do you assess the way your team has played? Because both your losses could have very well been wins, and there were small passages of play that turned the game the other way.
Yeah, exactly. Look, we've played a lot of good cricket. It's just with both bat and ball, there's an over or two that have gone for 20, 25 runs, and one or two overs where we've lost a bunch of wickets all at once. So, if we can stop that from happening, we've got some exciting players in the team, both with the bat and the ball. We need our batters to be scoring scores of 50 plus. I think we've only made 2 at this stage. If we don't go for those big overs, well, then we've got less to chase. So look, we're not far off, but as I said, not quite at our best just yet.
You have Kagiso Rabada on your side. Now, Rabada and Andrik Nortje were a fearsome pairing for Delhi some time back. I actually went and looked at some stats from this IPL. 5 of the top 6 bowlers in the race for the purple cap are either pacers or those who are swinging the ball. Now, do you think that this 2 bouncers per over rule, is that forcing the batters to think a bit more?
Oh, well, I think it's got a little bit to do with it. Certainly, if you're bowling 1 bouncer early in the over, the batters in the past have been able to sort of think to themselves, well, I won't get another short one, so I can get on the front foot and look to hit off the front foot. But look, I think also, as I said earlier, I think the wickets at this stage of the tournament have favoured the pace bowlers. Been a little bit of sideways movement in it, but also some good bounce. So look, that might change as the tournament wears on and start to favour the spinners towards the back end of the tournament. But I think, the 2 bouncer rule, plus the pitches that we're playing on, has led to the pace bowlers having a good start to the tournament.
Okay, I'm just going to get back to you and your coaching style. Johnny Bairstow was part of your England World Cup-winning squad. He didn't have the greatest of games tours in India. He hasn't yet hit form in the IPL top gear, what we expect from him. From your coaching point of view, how do you work out solutions with a player who's a world beater?
Yeah, look, the first game for Johnny was probably one of the unluckiest dismissals you can get in a game. Run out off the bowler's fingertips, and he hit 2 fours and a single off the 3 balls he faced. I thought he was batting well the other night in the 3rd game to get 40 odd. Striking at about 200 or just under 200. Look, he's a guy that. He plays on that confidence. If he's hitting the ball well, the runs will flow. And I think he's certainly been hitting the ball well in the innings that he's been there. But like a lot of our players, we just need that to extend out and bat like that for twice as long. He does that, and someone makes 80 plus. It puts us in a good position. And certainly we need Johnny playing well at the top of the order for us. He's one of our obviously most experienced batters, but I think it's that experience and the fact that he has done well in the IPL before. I think he will be drawing on that experience.
Trevor, you're one of the most respected sort of minds in cricket. I'm sure you've heard about this chatter about Cricket Australia, the BCCI and the ECB talking of reviving the Champions League T20 tournament. In fact, one of your teams won that tournament many years ago, the Sydney Sixers. Do you think it's right time to get that tournament back and running, considering how T20 has now exploded compared to where it was, say, 10, 15 years ago?
Well, look, certainly being involved with that tournament a couple of times, also with KKR as well. I think it was a good competition. It was good to see, to get the best teams around the world to be playing each other. I think the thing you've got to be careful of is, to me, international cricket is still the pinnacle of the game. And I think the ICC have got a delicate situation or delicate decision to be made about how much franchise cricket there is played, and that it doesn't saturate the market and it takes away from the international cricket. I think there is space for both, but obviously from the franchise competitions around the world, just making sure that it's, as I said, that it's not that it doesn't saturate the market.
Yeah, I just want to ask a follow-up, because this is a very fascinating topic, Trevor. The last decade has seen T20 grow the game globally. It's gone to markets where we've never expected it. We have a Major League Cricket tournament going on as well. Now, the focus of international cricket, the MCC says so, has to be Test cricket. But do you foresee cricket now going the football way, with international windows coming in for tests and bilaterals, or are we a long way off from getting to that stage?
Look, I think it is heading in that direction. Look, I'm not exactly sure whether that's good for the game or not. I'd like to see players playing for their international team first. And I know in the football world, in the UK, the clubs have got a fair say in proceedings. And a lot of the players and some of the clubs are not necessarily happy that their players do disappear and play for their international teams. I'd hate to see cricket go down that track, but fully understand that it has begun already. Some of the players pulling out of some of their contracts with their international home teams. But I think that's why the ICC, I think, has got to be careful that we don't oversaturate the market, so that the players are able to go and play the franchise cricket that they want to, but are also available for their international teams.
Okay, we've had a lot of serious discussion about serious topics in cricket. I'm going to end on a lighter note. I'm sure you've read Murray Erasmus's comments a couple of days ago on the 2019 World Cup final. Are you sending him a thank you note?
Well, I haven't read it. What did he say?
Well, he said that he got it wrong. He said that the throw from the outfield, which hit Ben Stokes' bat and went for 4, he got it wrong, and he said it should have been 5 and not 6. If it had been 5, then perhaps England could have finished one shot.
Yeah, well, if they want to go back and change decisions, there'd be thousands of decisions changed, wouldn't it, that the umpires got wrong over the years? As we're fully aware, and it's always been the case, you've got to go by the umpire's decision. But who knows? I know Stokes, the last ball he got in that super over, it was a full toss that he thought, he'd hit along the ground and try and get 2. But if he needed a 3 and he had to hit a 4 or a 6, well, he might have played that a bit differently as well. So you've got to play to the rules that are there, and sometimes they go your way and sometimes they don't. And lucky that we're on the right side of it.
Of course. I'm not sure you're going to send him the thank you note or not, but I'm going to thank you here. It's really been a fascinating chat, and I do hope I get to interact with you more this season. The very best to you, Trevor, and your team for the game against Gujarat and also for the rest of the tournament.
Great. Thanks very much, Diggy.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.